Well, hello folks, here we are again. Our top trends for 2024. Things that I think you need to be looking out for your accommodation business, to look out for your travelers, things to expect, things that different companies are going to be doing. Now, I'm really excited for this one because the world has changed quite dramatically from 2023, and I'm excited to actually think about what's going to happen for 2024. And now, of course, one of the first things that I want you to think about is technology and guest experience. The guest experience will need to keep on getting better all the time. I just stayed at an accommodation here in Sydney. That's the Sydney Harbour Bridge right behind me, and the Opera House, of course. And even though there was no staff member to greet me, the experience was incredible in terms of what they can facilitate through text message and over the phone. You providing an exceptional guest experience is going to be incredibly important in 2024. That is my number one prediction, is that everyone's going to start improving their guest experience. Number two is international visitors. International visitors are back. They're back in force. They're flying in from all over the world. Now, where I am in Sydney right now, I'm hearing a lot more French accents and people speaking French and Spanish and people traveling from Europe once again. Now, in Australia, there's a lot of American visitors that are coming, but you'll see a lot of Chinese visitors coming back as well. Now, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you're going to find that there's a lot of international travel happening, and this is an opportunity for you. So you need to relook at your avatars, the clients that you're targeting, and make sure that you cater to international visitors and have a think about what their needs are, have a think about what they're prepared to pay, think about the booking window, so how far in advance are they going to book, and is your product going to match what they're looking for? And also, when we're thinking about international visitors, I want you to think about demographic as well. So what I'm talking about is the age of the visitor that's going to come and visit you, and what kind of category of accommodation you're actually offering. A lot of the wealth and a lot of the money sits with an older demographic right now. With high interest rates, if they've got savings, they'll have a lot of extra cash to go and spend. The middle of the range, so people that just bought a house the past few years that might be raising a family, are going to have a lot less disposable cash. Now, there's a third category of people that you're going to be catering to, and that's the young traveler, that the kind of revenge traveler. But now it's not a revenge traveler, it's people that want to go and experience the world as we used to before COVID. There are so many young people that are out there traveling, and we want to make sure that we cater towards this group of people as well. And number three is going to be highs and lows. So you want to think about peak season and off season. Peak season is going to be incredibly important in 2024. Off seasons are going to be far lower than they were before. And peak seasons, you need to make sure that you actually capitalize on those moments. So you want to look at your rates and make sure that they're set correctly. So looking far ahead, so 6 months, 12 months, even 18 months ahead, you want to make sure that your rates are what they need to be so that you take advantage of those peaks. People are traveling the way that they used to travel, so therefore they're back in the office now. A lot of people going back into the office, they've got families and that sort of thing. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of the peaks. Now, it also means that when we have low season, we're going to have to look at our ADRs and our occupancy to make sure that we have higher occupancy through those periods. So, number four was making sure that we're aware that the peaks are going to be higher and the lows are going to be lower as well. We need to make sure that we balance those out. And number four, I want to mention the OTAs. The OTAs are going to make significant inroads in 2024. And by that I mean they're going to be changing up their product to make sure that they fit the needs of their consumers. And if they don't do it, I would hazard a guess that they're going to struggle to capture market share. They want to make sure that if there's a guest who's willing to book, that they're providing the right product for them. And that product might go beyond accommodation. It's the entire experience, it's the entire package of what that person is expecting. If it's not the OTAs who will be doing it, it'll definitely be companies like Google who will go out there and create all these packages and all this information together so that a consumer can book all in one place and really understand their journey. So think about it. If you go into ChatGPT or into Bard right now, and if you type in, you say, can you please provide me an itinerary? and it's going to give you all those different points of things that you could do when you go and you travel to Sydney, you travel to Melbourne, you travel to Orlando, you travel anywhere in the world. What's going to happen is that the OTAs are going to start to punch into this space, and they're going to start to say, hey, this is a really great experience. Why don't you go and try this? Why don't you go and try that? And they're going to start to understand their consumers way better, and the machine learning and the artificial intelligence is going to help them get there. So watch the OTAs. I think they've got exciting things to come, and they've got really good product offerings to come. It doesn't matter which of the OTAs, the bigger ones, the ones that are forward thinking, will be investing in AI. Number 5, I've put down events. Why have I put down events? It's going to be critical to drive demand. It's not going to be like it was before where people would just come to you. Now we need to do more to make sure that our guests are visiting us because they've got so many choices. Back when we were in COVID days, people didn't have as much choice. Now they do. Airlines are back at capacity. So therefore, when people are looking to book, they're going to have a myriad of different choices and different places to go to. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to draw those people in by creating a product or an offering which is going to make them come and visit our cities. Number 6 is Book Direct. Book Direct has been something that we've been talking about for a long time, and obviously I'm a big advocate for it. But I predict that 2024 is going to be one of the biggest years for Book Direct, and I think that Book Direct will actually take a far bigger market share than it ever has before. And the reason is this: the Book Direct websites are getting better, the products are getting more standardized, the market's really understanding how to book direct and the advantages as well. And I believe that 2024 is going to be a catalyst for driving more direct bookings, and that market share is going to move. Number 7, and I'm going back to curate experiences and travel agents. Now, travel agents are really interesting in this sphere because travel agents manage to curate experiences and to really sell a product with a lot of value adds to it. And I think that there's a bit of pressure on travel agents with technology coming in and offering different suggestions and solutions. And as soon as the OTAs plug into the travel agency, to the AI sort of funnel, then it's going to be harder and harder for travel agents to actually have a differentiation of product. So I don't predict that there's going to be less travel agents. I think that the travel agents are actually going to lean in more to technology to create better experiences for people and to really come up with unique value propositions for their guests. Number 8 is professionalization. Professionalization of short-term rentals. Now, I know that this doesn't apply to the hotels, but it's something to really be mindful of. There's more and more property management companies that are taking over from individual hosts for Airbnb. And the great thing about property management companies is that they then can standardize their processes. So they can standardize their cleaning, they can standardize their check-in process, they can standardize their guest communication. And as they standardize all these things, they can make them better and therefore have a more consistent experience for the guest. My prediction is for 2024 is there's going to be more and more standardization of process around short-term rentals, around experience of short-term rentals. I would hazard a guess that some of the OTAs will actually lend a hand in creating some standards that everybody must abide to provide the best experiences for the guests. Number 9 is City Life is back. People want to visit the cities. They want to go out to their cafes, to their bars. They want to feel the city. They want to feel connected with each other. I predict that in 2024, there's going to be a bit of a reverse of trend from people traveling regionally to visiting inner city markets. And they want to go and do those experiences that they've never managed to do. Go to the New Yorks of the world, go to the Parises of the world, go to the cities, into the hubs, and spend time exploring and getting to know those different cities. And number 10 for my top travel trends is going to be youth. And the reason why I say youth is because I believe that there's a whole new generation that are coming through, and they're going to start taking over and start bringing innovation into travel and into the industry. It's incredible to watch young people pick up the reins and get really excited about accommodation, about short-term rentals, about hotels. And I think that this generation that's coming through have got a lot to offer, and I think that right now is the time to place all your bets on youth to propel this industry forward. And I think we're going to see an incredible amount of people that want to come into the industry, and I see that youth is going to be a massive growth area, and there's going to be a lot of young people coming in super excited about the industry. Now folks, those are my top 10 trends, my top 10 predictions for 2024. It's beautiful to be in Sydney in front of this incredible view. I am so excited to share next year with you all. Whatever you get up to throughout 2024, enjoy it, have fun, think about the future, think about ways that you can improve your business, deliver a better guest experience, and we'll catch you next year for trends in 2025. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and make sure that you like and that you subscribe, because it makes all the difference to us, of course. Thanks.